What is going on, guys? HTLQ here, and I am so excited to bring you guys Shelter Drake 780 Gear Point. Shelter Drake is a balance type. It is a right spinning bay. From what I've seen, a lot of people actually said that this bay is well, for one, the blade is actually better than they expected it to be. It's not meta or anything, but does pretty good with. I think they say it's like ratchet sniping. I think that's what it is. Um, and yeah, a lot of people were really impressed with this blade when it first came out. Because it just at first it just kind of seemed like a throwaway uh blade, which I mean you can see how thin it is. Um, so a lot of people didn't really have a lot of hope for it or high expectations or anything. But it did better than people expected. Again, like I said, not meta changing or anything, but for what it was, a lot of people were having a lot of fun with it. You have the 780 ratchet, which is the 80 version for 760 that comes with Crest Leone. I believe this is the first 780 that we have. I could be very wrong on that, and I apologize if so. But I believe this is the first, if I remember correctly. And then we have Gear Point, which, um, as far as I would say, is better than Gear Flat. Though I don't see people really using it either. It is a high resistance bit. Um, it's not really used. I'm trying to think, but I can't say there's anybody that's using it at all. Um, but if you wanted to, I would say go for it, have fun. But like I said, definitely better than the gear flat option. So if that's if that's what you want to do, I would say go for a gear point more than the gear flat. Also, they're just due to manufacturing differences, just check your gear flat and see and if your point is actually sticking out above the rest of the line for the flat section, because there are people whose the ball on the inside will be lower, and some will be higher. So if it's lower, it's pretty much going to be like a gear flat, really. So yeah, just pay attention to that and be careful. Also, if I haven't pointed it out for other bays, because I don't recall pointing it out for the Weiss Tiger, or Pearl Tiger, if that's how you want to call it. I don't recall pointing it out for that bay, but it'd be great if I did. But this bay is actually a Bakuten shoot reference, as you can see with the logo on the head there. Um, I think people were saying this was a reference to the first Dragoon Bay. I can't remember. I haven't looked into that in a good minute. Uh, I believe that's what they were saying. I could be wrong on that, so definitely look it up if you are interested in finding that out. I think that's pretty cool regardless. Let's see what this blade weighs. 32.6. Okay, so not that bad for, well, for what we can see, I will say. I'll say it like that. For 780, cool 7.7, and for the gear point, 2.3. So we'll put that all together and you get 42.7, which isn't bad at all. Personally, I feel like the 780 ratchet definitely bakes up for a good amount of that weight, and the gear point as well, because it does carry a little bit more weight than some other blades. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I actually really like this bay now, a lot more than when it first came out. It actually, oh, just hit the camera. Sorry about that. It didn't have anything to do with, like people's saying like, oh, it was better than it was, than they expected or anything like that. It was purely just, looking at it more, and obviously the story they have behind it, where it is connected to Black Shell. Yeah, really cool bay. Again, can't wait to get that green version personally. But yeah, I like it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Today's scripture reading is from 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22, which reads, "But Samuel replied, 'What is more pleasing to the Lord, your burnt offerings and sacrifices, or your obedience to his voice? Listen, obedience is better than sacrifice, and submission is better than offering the fat of rams.'" And oh my gosh, I wish that I would apply that to my life more often than I haven't in the past, especially now. I say especially, but even now, I mean, there are plenty times where I am not obedient to the Lord's will, not obedient to what I know in the scripture, and always, 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 always suffer for it. And, I think, oh, well, it's better luck next time or whatnot, but it's really about being disciplined and what is right and what you're supposed to do. And it's I don't know about you, I hear that saying. Was hearing that saying since I was little, and you would think you'd learn by now, but it also just goes to show the sinful nature of our flesh and why it's so important to put it in check, as much as we can, lay it down at Christ's feet and follow his will, follow his way for us. And yeah, I continuously need to apply that more and more and more in my life, and I'm sure so many of you would agree. But we just keep pushing forward, and don't let the enemy or yourself, because you also got to remember that as well. It's not just the enemy that's putting you into these positions, or having you do these things that you know might be wrong or don't want to do. Like better, but you still do it, as the Bible also says. It's ourselves and the fact that we are trying to not indulge ourselves in our sin. But yeah, so just continue pushing forward, continue to work on your prayer life, your reading of the Bible, and we just continue to give it to God in the end. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.